A Connecticut father died Monday, 5 years after he was bitten by an infected mosquito while clearing brush in his wooded backyard. Richard Pawulski, 49, was killed from complications of Eastern equine encephalitis, EEE, a fatal disease that caused its first New York State death in nearly a decade last month, marking a startling resurgence that's left health officials baffled. The mosquito-borne illness is a rare but severe disease that targets the brain, causing rapid physical deterioration and lifelong disabilities, if it doesn't kill you first. I'm not joking when I say your life can change in the blink of an eye, because that was what happened to us, his grieving daughter Amellia Pawulski, 18, told the Post. Richard died at 2:30 a.m. Monday, 1 week after he was admitted into hospice when doctors determined that there wasn't much else that could be done for him, Amellia said. He ultimately succumbed to methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, a staph infection that proved too difficult to treat when combined with his other EE-derived ailments, like a bacterial infection in his heart, a deteriorating liver and a traumatic brain injury. Richard suddenly fell sick after doing yard work in the family's lush, wooded Colchester backyard in August 2019. Just 1 day after finding a new mosquito bite, Richard complained of intense headaches and began vomiting yellow bile. Richard was rushed into emergency surgery to relieve the swelling in his brain, but complications with surgery seemingly made the situation worse and landed the Polish immigrant in a coma for 2 months. Doctors were initially dumbfounded on what could have caused such a sudden deterioration. As a cancer survivor and diabetes patient, Richard was extremely health conscious to the point where he refused to drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes. It wasn't until other cases of EE started cropping up in the state that doctors realized Richard could also be a victim of the virus. There were 4 total cases in Connecticut that year. At the time, Richard was lauded as the sole survivor, though he barely lived through the initial outfall. The young father was originally given a fatal prognosis, leaving Amellia and her mother, Margaret, with the tough choice of keeping him alive via life support or pulling the plug. Doctors warned the brain damage was such that he would never be the same. They had just moved him into hospice care and settled on the heartbreaking latter choice, what they believe Richard would have wanted, when he suddenly woke up from his coma and began speaking. The miracle was short-lived, however. Richard spent the last 5 years bouncing between hospitals and nursing homes as he suffered through a traumatic brain injury, liver and kidney complications, seizures and other strenuous illnesses, as well as routine bouts of pneumonia. His mental state was sorely affected. Some days, Richard wasn't aware of what year it was or where he was. Fortunately, he was lucid enough in the days before his death to tell his wife and daughter that he loved them. "It's very hard. We don't have a lot of family here," Margaret told the Post through tears, adding that the stress has put tremendous strain on their transnational relationships. "None of this stuff would have come up if he didn't get it," Amellia added, regarding EE. "He always tried to look it on the positive. I remember people being like, 'Oh, how's your day?' And he was like, 'My day is great. I woke up. I can breathe on my own. I can talk on my own. I can go to the bathroom on my own. I have no reason to be upset.'" About 30% of EE cases are deadly, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. It is a rare but serious disease spread to humans by infected mosquitoes and bears some similarities to other mosquito-borne diseases in the U.S. like dengue fever and West Nile virus. This one is thought to be the most severe of them all, Dr. Roy Gulick, chief of infectious diseases at Weill Cornell Medicine and New York Presbyterian Hospital, told the Post. At least 10 cases of EE were confirmed across the U.S. this year, including the deadly New York case and another in New Hampshire, marking a bone-chilling uptick compared to previous years. The unidentified Ulster County patient, the state's first confirmed human EE case since 2015, was diagnosed on September 20 by the Health Department's Wadsworth Center. The virus is especially on the rise in the Empire State. State officials said this week infected mosquitoes have been found in at least 15 counties, including Suffolk County, when in previous years they were only found in 2 or 3. The cause of the surge is also a mystery. It's usually sporadic and it's not clear why. "One year we see more than another," Gulick said, adding that the health department monitors mosquito pools and infected horses, which are also major targets of the bugs.